Hey y'all, so it's 24 hours before the very first pop-up for Shaded by Soso. We're doing some prep work. So right now we are taking the table down and we're putting everything in storage bins. Next, we're gonna prep the sunglasses. So stay tuned. Here goes Bianca. Looking like a slave. Ooh, y'all. All right, it's the morning of the pop-up. I'm just getting my hair together and we're gonna be out the door. I packed the car last night to make life easier this morning. The pop-up starts at 10 a.m. Setup is between 8 to 10. My setup's gonna be pretty easy, so my goal is to get there at 8:30. It should take me no more than 30 minutes to set up and just give myself the lay of the land and kind of see what other vendors are doing out there. By the time I do all that, it should be 10 o'clock, so y'all stay tuned.
Super excited. So we just arrived at Indie Studios where the pop-up is happening today, and this is the space that we're going to be set up in. So me and Bianca are going to get ready to set up.
Here we are, 8x8 space. First things first, we're gonna get the table set up. Then we're gonna put the tablecloth on. We're just going to order of operation here. We start with some of the decor, then we get all of these sunglass stands up. We added some pictures. We also added some boxes and cases as table decor so people can kind of know what they're getting themselves into when getting shaded by Soso. Then I proceed to bring out all the samples, which are available for everybody to try on. I did use the picture from the mock pop-up that I had in my house to kind of get an idea of where I wanted each pair of sunglasses to go. Then as I was looking and observing, I wanted to break out colors. So if there was too many dark sunglasses on one side, I would add some lighter ones and kind of mix it up just so, there wasn't too much of each color on one side. Then we also had to clean the acrylic stands, clean the mirror. And this is how the setup turned out, y'all. Just so happy, so grateful. That little piece of gold cloth in the middle, it didn't sit the way I wanted to sit, but it came out super cute. And I'm super proud of Shaded by Soso in our very first pop-up. Keep watching so you can hear about my experience. Whew. People see me, but they just don't know. Hey beauties, so it is the day after my very first pop-up for Shaded by Soso, which is my stylish protective eyewear brand. Whew, y'all, your girl is tired. I thought I was about to be able to do another pop-up today. No ma'am, no ma'am. Mom, you was right. I've been overexerting myself. Moving on. Anyways, I wanted to share with y'all my experience with doing my very first pop-up. So first things first, I want to talk about preparation, okay? So in order to prepare a setup for my brand, last month I did a mock pop-up at my house. I invited a few girlfriends over to give me some critique, some advice on things I could add, things I could take away. And that's how I built my setup for my pop-up. I think if you have trusted individuals in your life that are creatives, artistic, that are good with design and things, I strongly suggest doing a mock pop-up at your house, inviting them over and getting some input. I want to let you know that you do not have to do everything yourself. Call on the folks that you know, young. Just call on them. And it doesn't matter what their response is going to be. Sometimes we're a little scared. Oh, they may not want to. Oh, they may be too busy to come. Send out the invite. Send out the invite. Make an event out of it. I had appetizers. I had champagne. I had some balloons. And it was really a time to come together. Also, building the setup, but also just come together with other women who are like-minded individuals. So anyways, I highly suggest doing that, okay? And I got a lot of my inspiration from what I wanted this to look like, along with just researching online. Pinterest is great, and just Googling and YouTube and looking at other people's pop-ups and kind of taking small ideas from different types of setups that I've seen. So how did I even come about doing the pop-up that I did yesterday? So for my Q4 goals. I did say I wanted to do at least one pop-up before the year ended. And I did. So y'all know how the Instagram algorithm works. You know, I don't know how, but anyways, pop-ups started showing up like in my feed, on my stories, just advertisements for different pop-ups that were looking for vendors. And the same thing on Facebook. So I saw a couple of different ones. I applied for a few ones. I wanted to make sure I was indoors. Let me just tell y'all something. I gotta be honest. It's cold outside. And I know myself. You gotta know thyself, okay? You gotta know thyself. And if I don't wanna be out in the cold selling products, I don't expect anybody else to help me, right, with that. So I just couldn't do any outdoor ones. So I found one that was indoors. I looked up the company. They have a very nice studio space, and the vendor fee was reasonable for me. For it being my first pop-up, I was like, you know what? I do not want to spend more than $100. So it did come out to $103, which was, it was $100, but the $3 was the credit card processing fee. Fine, whatever, cool. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna submit, confirm that I'm indoors, I'm gonna pay it. And once I paid it, I'm gonna just prep myself for it. So this was probably about maybe a week or so before the show. A week or so before the pop-up that I paid for it. So from there, I was just like, I already have everything that I need. I just need to work on organizing the things and making sure I am as prepared as possible for the day. So shout out to my best friend Bianca and her daughter. They came through on Friday. The pop-up was Saturday. So we packaged all the sunglasses and we put them in bins, organized them. We also packed up the table. That was great help. Having an extra set or two of hands is like a very, very great deal with helping for a pop-up. I know that's not always the case, but you know, whoever you can find that, you know, they could just work off of being fed. I think that you should use those hands because it's just gonna be so much more helpful, okay? So let's talk about the day of, right? Let's talk about the day of experience. Well, first of all, let's go back actually. So when I got the contract, all the details from the contract about, you know, the pop-up, the event, the load-in time, when everything needed to be set up by time, the end time, when you can start packing up, all those details, parking, you know, their rules and regulations, all that was in the contract, okay? So I got all the details that I needed. So I was already like, oh, they're professional, I love it. I love the communication. I love the format of giving me information. You know, it wasn't bits and pieces all over the place. It was just one solid contract that had all the details. And the night before, they also sent us another email just confirming, you know, the vendors and everything for the next day. So that was really, really great. I really loved the communication. Then moving on, the day of, y'all, the day of. Okay, so wake up early, do my hair, do my makeup. The night before I knew what I was wearing, I just had to steam my shirt in the morning. And also Friday night, I packed up the car. So that was one less thing for me to think about on Saturday morning. So Saturday morning was just little pieces, like my fanny pack, just making sure I had, you know, like lip gloss. I had my credit cards that I needed for the day, nail glue in case one of my nails popped off, okay? Because he's got press on nails. Anyways, just those small things, just making sure I had those and took those to the car along with, I think I brought like some extra sunglasses. So I ended up bringing all my inventory. I didn't think I was, but I ended up bringing all my inventory because I have less than 100 pieces. So I said, let's bring it all. And they're very lightweight. So I was like, let me just bring it all because you never know. You just never know. So I'd rather be prepared than unprepared. So I ended up bringing everything. We arrived about, I want to say an hour and a half before showtime or so. And we were set up and ready at the time that we were supposed to be ready, which was good. Y'all saw the inserts of the setting up. And I wanted to make sure I had a setup that was efficient, that could be done in like 20 minutes or less, which it could have been. But, you know, I was being a little particular or whatever for it being my first one. You know, I just wanted like certain things done and a certain look and a certain feel. So after we were all set up, I decided to do a video showing people the studio that we were located and where Shaded by Soso was set up. So that way, people know exactly how to get to your table. So I did that video and I posted it on social media, okay? Because you want to give people as much information as possible, okay? So that was great. And I also do want to talk about for setup that thankfully, parking was very close to the building, so there wasn't too much transportation. I just double parked right in the front since we were set up in the front and brought all the items in through the front door. So that was a key for this pop-up. Like, I will say that parking in the building very close together, so it wasn't like a long haul. And also primetime real estate, I was set up right in front, so you could not miss Shaded by Soso, okay? Then I'm kind of just like getting the nerves and excitement out. You know, you kind of just like greeting people. I just made sure I greeted as many people as I could that walked by the table. I am not a pushy saleswoman, so I never make it feel like it's, oh, you gotta come to my side. It's like forceful, you know what I mean? It's just like naturally, I just say hi to people, so I'm gonna say hi to people. If they come over, great. If you know they don't, they're not interested, that's okay too. Just giving them a card, I suggest that. I'm not gonna say I gave every single person a card, but giving some people a card, even if they engage in a little conversation, just as they're walking by, I try to give them a card anyway, just so they, you know, have something. Because who knows? You know, they may change their mind later on and be like, oh, I remember that sunglasses brand, or I remember that eyewear brand, I wanna get some sunglasses. Y'all, you just never know, okay? So I did learn a lot from this experience. Like, I know I need to work on just giving out business cards, reminding people, oh, giving out a business card, oh, okay, scan our QR code and just follow us on Instagram or like us on Facebook, doing more of that, okay? So this was my first one. There was a lot of things going on. So that is something I learned that I need to be more efficient in. And also, my friend was like, I should have some business cards behind the table so it's easier for me to give it to them instead of reaching to the business card holder, which is in the front of the table. So that's another nugget as well. All right, moving on. So pop-up was happening. When people did come over to the table, you know, I just encouraged them to try on different styles. I like to let people just kind of like feel it out before I start like suggesting things to them. And as people try stuff on, I'll let them know, oh, that looks good on you, or oh, you should try these instead. Oh, what type of frames do you not have, or what type of frame shapes do you like? So different things like that. I will, you know, I was asking people just to kind of, you know, get more involved and give that face-to-face interaction. So this was just an amazing pop-up because there's nothing like being like face-to-face. I feel like I reached people that I would not have been able to reach online. So there was different types of customers there, which I am super, super grateful for. And people that came back around, they came, they looked, they tried stuff on, and then they made their rounds, and they ended up coming back to the table. So that's always, you know, exciting. Like, oh, you came back, you remembered. So always giving people like, you know, good energy, not fake energy, but good energy, okay? And whatever good energy is to you, whatever that looks like. I'm like a high energy person. As y'all can tell, top of my hands, I smile a lot, I'm big, bright, I'm loud, all those things. So I think people will remember you for your energy. So just be yourself. I do suggest being yourself. Okay, so with the traffic that came through, we were able to fulfill 14 different orders, which is so exciting, so great. Look, that's the most orders that I've never had at one time. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's good, that's great. I believe that I beat my goal that I was looking for in terms of amount made, but there was an amount of customers that I wanted. I didn't reach that, so my goal was 20 customers. I had 14, which I'm grateful for. That's good, that's great. So that's fine, it's okay. So I had a number of customers and the average amount of money that I thought, you know, each customer would spend. So that's why I said the amount I made is probably reaches my goal, but the number of customers, I just didn't reach that, which is fine. You live, you learn, okay? So for this event, I did have 2 different brand ambassadors. My best friend, Bianca, she covered the shift. We can call them shifts, okay? We don't call them shifts. So the time of the pop-up was from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So she stayed from 10 to 2. Then I had my other friend Peggy come out from 2 till we packed up at the end, which was about 5:30 by the time we wrapped up. So I do think if you can, have like maybe like 2 different people, so that maybe you're not taking up somebody's whole day, but you know, asking a friend, a family member, hey, can you come out for a few hours and help me with the pop-up? Because that really did help with the flow of things. So while I checked people out, they were able to help pack orders, package them, and give them to me to give to the customers. So, or they were handing them off to the customers themselves. So that was really, really helpful. I'm truly, truly grateful for both of them coming out and helping. I'm truly grateful for everybody that came out to support. I'm truly grateful for people on social media, liking posts, sharing posts, or people who told me, hey, you know, I can't make it, but I tell my friends. I'm just grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for every single person that's ever ordered from Shaded by Soso. This is just like so amazing. I still need to go through like all my inventory, just make sure I'm counting like what I have left. And I learned a lot. I learned I need more gold cases, and I should think about selling cases by themselves. One lady, she was like, ooh, I really like this case. I would just love this case. I overheard her while I was interacting with another customer. So it's just like, okay, so maybe figure out a way you can sell cases, and maybe you only sell cases at pop-ups. So different ideas like that. Somebody asked for more round sunglasses. I was like, ooh, that's nice. People gave me recommendations for other markets they feel like Shaded by Soso will be good at. So there's a lot of different things I learned from this pop-up. So being in person, you're gonna learn so much more than you can learn from just being online. Because being online, it's like you're doing all the reaching. In person, people are coming to you. And they'll say different things, and you just have to listen, be aware, and take notes. That's what I did. That's just my suggestion. At the end of the pop-up at 5:01, we started breaking things down. We were done in less than 30 minutes with like breaking everything down and loading up the car, which was really, really good. I wanted to really have an efficient pop-up that was a little easy with setup and easy with takedown. Of course, there are things I can work on and tweak, having an organization system, like maybe some shelves in between both the chairs behind the table, just to help us organize and be able to pull sunglasses easier, especially if one day, you know, I'm by myself, you know, I don't have time to go through the bins and find the sunglasses. Having some shelving would be so much easier. Just to, you know, grab, place it in the bag, hand it off to the customer, check them out. And also when it's slow, just refilling the shelves. So that is an item I am gonna work on getting for more of a organized feel. And also I didn't have a wagon, which worked for this event because parking wasn't too far away. But if it was, you know, it would have been a little bit more difficult transporting, you know, the bins and the table and the chairs without a wagon. So wagon is my next investment as well, a collapsible wagon, which are about $50, they average $50. Please comment below. Let me know if you have any questions, any type of questions about pop-ups. Please let me know. For payments, I did tap to pay, which was amazing through Shopify POS. I want to keep it cashless, and I really don't want to do Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, anything like that. So that just helps me with inventory. I'd rather do everything through Shopify, so that helps me with inventory, knowing what I have left, and keeping track of all the things. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. Please, please, please let me know if you have any questions about where I got something from that you saw on the table. If you have any questions about just experience, you know, anything, please comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you with an answer. And if you're not, go ahead and follow Shaded by Soso on Instagram, like us on Facebook, Shaded by Soso, and check out the website, shadedbysoso.com, and comment below your favorite pair of shades, okay? Also, save 20% off your first order on shadedbysoso.com. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.